want to take you guys back to the November of 2015. I was researching this project, and I was watching a man beg with a sign for the medication he needed for the diabetes in his feet. I watched him for about 20 minutes, and not a single window opened to him. I was a little intimidated myself, but I mustered up whatever courage I had, and I went over and talked to him. And I asked him, excuse me, do you mind if I ask what you feel your challenges are in terms of raising this money? Do you feel people aren't carrying cash anymore? And he actually cuts me off. He said, I've got the wrong look for this. I've got the wrong clothing. I've got the wrong skin color. Nobody believes I'm actually homeless. And it was at that moment that I realized that if people for one moment who were driving by could cut through their perceptions, cut through their biases, and get to this person's true need and had a simple way to respond, that most of those cars would have done something. And that's why Samaritan exists. How many of you guys in the last week, or even on your way down here, passed by someone struggling through homelessness and wondered, what do I do in this situation? Why is this person here? How can I participate in a solution? Quick show of hands last week. It's most of the room. So basically, what we have started to do is we give out these things called beacons. There are small Bluetooth transmitters through our nonprofit partners to individuals who are struggling through homelessness. If someone has a beacon and you have the Samaritan app on your Android or your iPhone, and you walk by, drive by, or bike by a beacon holder, there are some across the street right now, you'll receive a simple notification that just says, hey, this is Jonathan. Jonathan's been on the streets for 6 months now. Would you like to give him $1, give him $2, or open the app to learn more? You can see how that person got to the streets, where they're trying to go, and what they feel they need to get there. And if you choose to invest in their life, that beacon holder can go to any of our merchant partners or nonprofit partners and spend the money on things like groceries, a haircut, clothing at Goodwill, even a storage locker, things that will help them survive and eventually leave the streets. And every month, to keep their beacon active, the beacon holder has a responsibility and opportunity to have a one-on-one with a counselor at one of our partner nonprofits, including the Union Gospel Mission across the street, which you'll hear more about in a little bit. So this is my call to action, that you guys would tonight make homelessness personal and equip this new immediate response to homelessness. Free app called Samaritan. We thank New Tech Seattle for bringing us in again. We have a donor who's given $50 for you guys to actually give out. So if you use the promo code BrettGreen5, that's green with an E on the end, you can give money away that's not even yours to start. Jot that promo code down. How am I doing on time? 39 seconds? Cool. Yeah, so this has been tremendously effective. We have Sean, for example, who with just $40 was able to actually hire our job counselor, and within one session with our counselor had a job at Safeco Field. We had a guy across the street actually, as a result of his one-on-ones to keep his beacon active, was connected to a housing coordinator, and he's no longer on the streets anymore. And the case for something like Samaritan to exist is tremendous because it costs a city between $20,000 to $40,000 per year per person just to leave them on the streets. This is a minute left? 1 minute. Oh, okay, great. I got plenty of time. This has been a really fun project so far. We have about 4,200 Samaritans who have equipped this new response to homelessness so far. With this room, I could see that getting up to 4,300 tonight. It's having an impact on local business partners. We've got some pretty big ambitions. Looks like my slide screwed up there. To reach 10,000 Seattleites by the end of the year, with about 1,000 of them actively giving. Our theory of change is that if we give out 1,000 beacons, that half of them may begin to start having those one-on-ones on a consistent basis. And those one-on-ones lead to relationships of trust. And those relationships of trust, to some extent, will lead to housing and job opportunities. to 20, 10 to 25 of those individuals. We want to be in 100 cities in the next 5 years, and this is our first. I have some of the team that I'm excited to introduce, not just the guys up here, but we have a designer. We have, that's Abigail, raise your hand over there. Olivia, who's working on growth hacking and user acquisition. Andre, who's responsible for the Android app. And Alicia, who's responsible for volunteer opportunities and beacon distribution. So if you're interested in doing more than just downloading the Samaritan app, come talk to us afterwards. Ultimately, we have a beacon holder, Nicole, who says that this is the first time in 7 years that she has been seen for who she is and not what she looks like. And I just invite all of you guys tonight to, again, take homelessness personally. We outnumber them. There may be maybe at that 11,000 people experiencing homelessness tonight, but there's 600,000 people in this city, and if we all do our part, this problem goes away. Happy to take any questions.
One question.
Better be a good one. Yeah. Say that again.
Repeat the question.
Yeah. Does the person experiencing homelessness need to be of any affiliation? No, we actually do a ton of outreach in Belltown, the downtown area. We're expanding up to the University District. So we're actually looking for people struggling through homelessness who don't have any affiliation to services. The beacon acts as sort of a hook or a reason for someone to come into community more often and have those conversations with a counselor that can lead to incredible outcomes. Regarding our beacon holders? Anyone who wants a beacon can have one. We don't do any background checks. We don't verify are they truly homeless. Someone who is interested in being heard and being seen through a beacon, we'll give them one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Samaritan.